Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have the Artist. Up against them, the Artist. It's the middleweight division, plenty of power as well as a lot of speed.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Here we have the Artist from the United States of America. They're coming up against the Artist from the United States of America.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the gray trunks with red trim, the Artist. Hiding out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the orange trunks trimmed with pink, the Artist.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. They ring the bell, and here we go. That jab was blocked. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. That jab misses. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. And down goes the Artist. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Great round. Relax. The jab's working.
He will take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Hit and ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work.
Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Good work, you.
Stay focused. Don't run back into the fight. Don't give him no free
Shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Hold it up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the
end of his jab. Get me timing already. The right hand.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Great. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A well-placed hook. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punchers are the best.
Do you believe this? So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter punch. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, you got this. Don't let him off the up.
It's so important now in this first minute of this next round. Get on top of him.
Get that confidence. He's going to be stretching out his gas tank. Keep whacking into the body. Keep taking away that air. Every time you see him get a big deep breath, bang him downstairs.
On top of him. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now that in the first one.
That air. And every time you see him take a big deep breath.
And the jab, and then let the shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
It's going to be skin behind the jab and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, we've got this.
And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Just misses with that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. These two fighters are made for one another.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh my! That's a game changer! And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him kiss the fight. Great.
Otherwise you'll see it and you'll ride it out. Go up there and finish him. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you're still landing power shots. Good work. Don't forget the...
Good work, you do. Good work. So just keep coming.
Good work. Good work out there, the job's working.
I said, start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit.
Stay focused, don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
Stay focused.
What's he doing? The gaps are up here and he'll start turning it. Just stay focused. Don't let him back.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers? This may do it! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You saw the balance go. The knees. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
So just keep moving on those jabs.
Otherwise you'll see it and ride it out. Go up there and
Start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can figure it.
still landing power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what you do. Good work. Good work out there. The jab's working.
He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise they'll see it and they'll ride it out.
Good work. Stay focused. Don't run back into the fight. Great round.
King, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work.
No free shots. Keep smart. Relax now. I don't...
You do. Good work.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Great round. Just the same again.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. He takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and goes right after him again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit.
The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? Both of these fighters have had their moments. He had his moment, but has it gone by?
Defense, defense, defense.
What a nightmare scenario! Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And we may see a stoppage here. They somehow weathered the storm.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way it's going to...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for more.
Don't get carried away. Think about the defence on the end and what you do. Good work. Good man, good man. Just saying again, don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's right there.
Go out there and finish him. Good work, he's thinking.
He's straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay
Look, don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defence and remember what you do.
on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Great. Just the same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good job stopping that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Just missed with that hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. Takes a deep breath, but right back into the line of fire he goes.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
An upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes.
Get your legs back, ride it out.
Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Step back,
Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? And the artist has been dropped. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I've got to see that again.
Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I love that. I love that. That jab slick. Just slick.
Don't forget the job and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Don't run back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your time already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Finish him. The jab's working nice. There's 1, 2.
Great work. Relax now. I don't want you to load up.
Don't let him back into the fight. Great man. Good work, Roost.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's ready.
Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. So just keep him on the end of the...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That jab doesn't find a home. There's been a... Will the referee stop it? Disaster averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You
Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal. Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Just missed with that jab. Can't find a home for that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
Look him behind the jab and then let the shots go. Don't let him get back into the
Back in the fight. Don't let him get pumping. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stretching out his that fight. Keep whacking into the body. Keep taking away that air. Every time you see him,
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now in his first minute.
stop him from getting that breath in. Don't let him get back into it.
Look him behind the jab and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight.
Come up with him. Keep him busy with that jab. Work him behind the jab and then let you...
On top of him. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him...
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Don't let him get back into
Away that air. And every time you see him take a big deep breath, bang him downstairs.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Pretty close fight here in this round. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done.
What's the referee thinking right now? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.